Nice. Very nice. Why doesn't it say remake? Good question. Very good question. How about because it doesn't? Remake doesn't follow after this game. The next game that comes after this is Final Fantasy VII. The old game. I think I've explained this enough. Which is interesting. It feels like the Aerith scene, the cutscene with Aerith at the beginning, wasn't the exact same. Yeah, they remade Aerith's face again. I'm not kidding you. Her face looked different. For anyone that's like seen the opening of FF7 Remake, her face looked different. FF7 Remake intro. So the shot we see of Aerith comes right after this. It's not this shot they used. It's more of a close-up of this shot. You know why they made a change? So it isn't the exact same thing. Because what happens here is different than what happens in OG7. It's literally a different shot. It's like zoomed in. But it's a different shot. It's different lighting. Like you look me dead in the face and you tell me this is exactly the same. It's much further in. I mean, obviously, it's a different shot. It's similar. Why would they do that, right? Why would they make it different? Why wouldn't they just cut? Even her mouth is different, I know. The reason it's different is because what happens here is technically a recreation of this, right? A recreation of the OG one. There's a reason for that, right? There's a good reason for that, and it's because Final Fantasy VII Remake takes place later. Takes place significantly later. Crisis Core and Crisis Core Reunion are the same thing, right? It's essentially the same thing. Then you got FF7, Advent Children, as much as I don't want to talk about it. Fucking Dirge. Timeline. All of these happen in a actual timeline. Straight time, right? Here, right? At what point does it deviate? It's not before FF7, right? It's pretty much right after this one. It's like right here. Sephiroth like goes back in fucking time. No, so there's a third timeline here where Sephiroth goes back in time or some shit. This guy is essentially dead right here. And then he fucking somehow through a weird existence of existing in the live stream or some dumb shit, creating a new timeline with Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Right? Henceforth, right? Henceforth, he also creates a new Crisis Core here. This is the ongoing theory. I mean, right? Essentially, Dirge is retconned. Yeah, in 7 Remake, Dirge is retconned. Can I fucking get this thing, bro? Dirge seemingly is fucking donezo, which is why they're saying we have no plans of remaking it. Crisis Core in the new timeline, like Zack, is alive. In the new Crisis Core ending, Zack lives. And he carries Cloud to Midgar. However, you're right. There is a third timeline. You're fucking right, bro, dude. You're right. And in fact, this gets moved because Sephiroth's bitch ass down here creates like another fucking timeline, right? That goes up. And this is where Remake is. And this is where Rebirth is. We're over here. Plot ghosts are here. And plot ghosts are also down here. They messed shit up. So Sephiroth essentially uses plot ghosts to create a new reality. To create a one where he doesn't get fucking murdered. The will of the planet type shit. But that in turn leaves Zack alive through some weird combination of events. The new Crisis Core timeline should split somewhere between the middle of Remake. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do this. Like up here. Like if we portrayed it this way. Yeah, now we have like Rebirth with our current characters merge both into Rebirth. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. Yeah, this is looking much better. This is looking like this is starting to make sense. these come to a point, and Rebirth is right here now. And we take Crisis Core, and I think it's up here? I guess that it's tough to convey in like a basic diagram. It's actually kind of tough. I'm sure somebody has a much more accurate, you know, model of this. FF7 Remake timeline theory. Damn, boy, this shit's getting okay. So here's what fans have made. Wow. Okay, so quantum event, a past changing event occurs between this and this. The quantum event causes a reality to branch from this point containing a changed event. Cause unknown. Multiple timeline changes. Second past changing event occurs later than the first, resulting in fundamental timeline changes, but early enough to prevent Rufus from revelation as a traitor. The quantum event causes a new timeline reality to branch from this point, changing the event. Cause unknown. That's right, because Jesse lives. Party leaves Midgar and OG FF7. Known OG events. Cloud and Party enter Singularity, destroy Harbinger. Party leaves at Midgar. Unknown events. Yes. Here's essentially where Zack is alive. Zack lives. Yeah. And here's the thing. They're not going to play it off, right? They're not going to play this shit off like there are multiple timelines, bro. Like they're not. There's going to be, during the game, you're not going to get any of this shit because this is all fucking crazy fan theory, right? Yeah, this is actually not looking that much different than what like mine was sort of looking like, right? Just in a different order. It isn't just me that has made these things. Crisis Core to FF7 to Advent Children. Sephiroth goes back to the past. Destiny's Crossroads happen. Zack gets fucked up, creates a new timeline. There's now FF7, but there's now also a timeline where Zack survives. This one is pretty similar to fucking mine. Yeah, it's not that hard. Like, we're not gonna have to interact with all this crazy shit. You're not. What will happen, though, is that the characters will essentially be learning that this shit is taking place. And once again, the number one way you introduce this to the player, that this, like, there's some weird timeline shit going on, isn't by throwing this shit out. No, it's Bugenhagen. It's this fucking guy. This fucking kooky old man is gonna be who's gonna have all the goddamn answers. This fucking guy is gonna know everything from here to here. This bitch is gonna remember that that he was alive at some point. It's the smartest guy on the planet. As soon as we get, I'm telling you right now, there's only one other character in this story that's as smart as Bugenhagen that could possibly know about what's going on. And this one's kind of crazy to me too. And it's this fucking guy. The only other character that might actually know what's going on with this is literally Hojo, which is kind of sick, right? It's Palmer, yes. It could literally, Hojo could be aware that this shit is happening. That makes Hojo an even better bad guy, because Hojo is the ultimate bad guy of Final Fantasy VII. It's actually not Sephiroth and shit. It's Hojo. Hojo's the biggest piece of shit of them all. And he wouldn't want to stop it, no. He would be just an observer, because he's a scientist, right? He wants to see everything fucking crumble. I don't think it's Hojo's fault this is happening. I think it's Sephiroth. I think Sephiroth is our Darth Vader of the story. But I think Hojo figures it out. I think Hojo eventually gets to a point where he gets some information and he knows, right? Where he's like aware. Or maybe he's just allowing it to happen because he's wanting something, you know? And also, yeah, there's another character that clearly understands what's going on. And it's this chick. There's one other character that clearly knows what's happening and it's her. Like, super aware. Almost the most aware of all of them. It pretty much tells it directly to our fucking face that this is all happening. And there's another character that honestly does too. There's actually a lot of characters aware. Cloud's aware too. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on though. He's too stupid. Cloud's an idiot. But Cloud is getting visions of the future. Of things that haven't happened yet. Things that happened technically in the past, technically. But he gets a ton of visions. He knows, but he doesn't know what it means. This shit's getting wild. This is why everyone's fucking excited. That's why Rebirth is gonna be so exciting, right? Why Rebirth is essentially like just as exciting as FF7 Remake. Because now that we know that they're doing all this crazy shit, we don't know to what degree they're going to be doing. They're setting up a whole bunch of stuff for 2023, and there is going to be a huge amount of news this year for Rebirth.